There you go, man. I'm on camera tonight. So, hello, everyone. How the hell are you? Oh, man. This is some scary times, man. I really hate doing this. Oh, sorry. See, I still forget how to do things. Let me jump in the chat and say hello to everybody. So, hello. How the hell are you guys doing? Oh, man. What a crazy week we've been having. So, oh God, I can't never stop being nervous. All right, let me get my breath. Deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Ooh. So how the hell has everybody been? How are you guys? Me, I'm fine. I'm just, as you can tell, I don't know why I get nervous. You think the more I do this, the better I will become. But that's how it is, man. That's how it is. So let's say hello to everybody. I see Penny Bunny. How are you? I see Tam, Life Down Under. So I see I Bogey. How you doing? I see Mr. BB Cooper. I see the Pure Blood. I see everybody over, man. I see everybody. Thank you, Blackjack. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Um, Yes, Wyatt. Yes. So, guys, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. First thing I want to address, though, man, is guys, there's people that will come over here and they they come for a giggle. They come for a laugh. So please just be a, how do you say it? If nobody's out there swearing or dropping the N bomb or anything like that, now, but I mean by swearing is when if they're calling anybody out there a C word or anything, but they're having a little joke and a little banter. You guys with wrenches that are moderators, let it go. Just let it go. All right, let them have fun because there are some people that have wrote to me and said, look, I was having a little bit of fun, but some people with wrenches took it the wrong way. So, guys, please, let's just. I know you got my back, but just have Yeah, okay. I see you guys saying thank you. It's cool to see me on the camera. Well, this is what you guys that have donated to me. I did say, guys, I wanted a camera, and that's it. This is the camera. I got the camera, so I'm gonna go on camera. I weren't gonna make a big deal about it. I was just gonna I was just gonna turn up and say, "Hey, this is me." So this we addressed everything. Hello, sit on the net. We addressed that, and that's that. That's basically it. I mean, I like to have a bit of fun, and I do like to be criticized. Don't get me wrong. I mean, no, I gotta drink. We gotta stop saying. I do like being criticized because I look at what people are saying, and if it's negativity that's coming in the right way from a good place, then I take it on board because I can only be better. You get what I mean? No, I don't mean a little bit of swearing. I don't mind that. I just mean like the C word. I don't like the C word. I don't like it. And if they're being any racist, but we don't get that. We just get people calling me a dick. And that's cool. Hey, I am a dick. I come from a long line of dicks. My father was a dick. His father was a dick. And thereon and so forth. So I don't mind being called a dick. I can take it. So there you go, guys. So, righto, have we got a little show for you? We may have a surprise guest, or we may not. So I can't say anything about it, but I've sent them the link. They said if they've got the time, they'll come on. I'm not even gonna let you know, male or female, but hopefully they can come on. If they can't, we understand they're busy. So, I've calmed down now, guys. The nerves are gone. I don't know why I'm so nervous, man. I really don't know why I'm so nervous. So, right, let's dive into some. We've got mainly UFO sightings. We do have something to look at as well, other than UFO sightings. So let's dive in. So here we go. Let's see if I got this right. I still, because I don't do it like I do it every 2 weeks. It's like making it a bit difficult for me. So, oh yeah, and I also got a video that as soon as I show it on here, I'm gonna release it on the channel. So it's kind of a premiere for you guys here to have a watch. So let me see. I gotta learn to take these things off too. Hold on. Let me get a clear screen. Hello, Kate. How you doing? Okay, we're getting a clear screen here. Right. So we'll do this, do that. Right. So I think we shall dive in with, I'll tell you what, let me show you the video that I'm going to release on the channel. So we'll get that out the way, then I can release it on the channel and it's done. Okay. So this was submitted to MUFON, and this happened on October the 9th. I think I pretty much cover everything. I did make one mistake in the video. So I'm going to play the video. I'm going to have a cigarette. Cigarette. And we're off. Okay, guys, here's the video. Hope you all enjoy. Okay, guys, we have got some footage of this UFO orb, and it is making some maneuvers. So, guys, let's take a look at this footage, and then we'll have a real quick chat afterwards.
Now that is a UFO. I see a UFO. Look. Man, it's right over there by the moon. You see it?
Yeah, I can see that one. I don't have shit.
Oh, that is a UFO. There's no. No, it's not. Not the way it's moving.
I'm gonna have cake.
Yes. That is wild.
So, guys, here's what I know about the footage. This was captured on October the 9th, 2022. And the witness stated that the object moved away from the moon, ascended, then descended, making right and left turns, and seemed to have gone straight towards the moon, then quickly moved away from it. Now, he said He lost it after a couple of minutes due to it disappearing behind the high fog coverage. So, guys, we're looking at this object and we can tell straight away, straight off the bat, this is not a plane, helicopter, satellite. This thing is making abrupt turns, and it seems to be on some sort of course, like if there is some sort of intelligence that is driving this object. I know that it is nighttime, so the night does hide a lot of sins, but guys, this doesn't look like any drone. And if you noticed about the drone footage, they always have a red and green light that flashes, the navigation nav lights, and this doesn't have any. We see no flashing lights. But guys, what do you think about this footage? So until next time, stay blessed and keep safe. Right. So guys, what do you think? What did you think about that footage? I did say that it was heavy fog coverage, and it wasn't. It wasn't heavy fog. It was heavy cloud cover. It went behind the clouds, basically. So that was my mistake I made. There's always a mistake. Oh, God. But anyways, what did you guys think? See, I don't think it's a drone because, see, a low orbiting satellite. Thank you, Sid on the net. Are you kidding me? Because they don't move like that. They don't move left. They don't move right. This thing was moving around. It was doing turns, man. So I don't know. There you go. That's what I was laughing about. May not have been. For all intents and purposes, that's what it is for the definitions. And it could be those, my Russian comrades. Well, yeah. So guys, I'm going to yabber for a little bit about nothing. But for all intents and purposes, we're going to get rid of that video. And see, this is what it is. It is a UFO because we can't identify it. Now, I 100% don't believe it's a drone because they have to have the nav lights. Now, people say, yeah, they could turn them off, and yeah, that is a possibility. It is a possibility that they could turn these things off. So, but I'm missing. And there we go. Now I'm done. The video's out there. So you guys got to see it first. All right, I got to find out. We've got to. I hate being on my own. This is why I like to have a guest up here running stuff with me. But we're gonna see. This is the thing. I can't say anything because I may get that little ting, and we're gonna have a nice little surprise guest. So, did you like that video, guys? I see in the chat. Yeah. See, Tam. Some people say to me that they do. Some people they do turn them off, and this is the thing, and you know, many things, and it's the Russian comrades. You know, just always embrace the Ruskies. They are our friends, man. No, I'm playing. You know, you do whatever you want to do. Don't listen to me. I'm a fool, and I'm just rabbiting on. And speaking of fools and rabbiting on, do you guys know who I mean by Jeremy Corbell? Have you guys ever heard of Jeremy Corbell? I'm pausing just to see if you guys ever heard. Wow. Thank you so much, Sid on the net. I just seen that. Thank you. Oh man, thank you. Much appreciate the donation, man. Much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, but you guys know who Jeremy Corbell is, and the people who have no idea, I'm just gonna have to explain this real quick who Jeremy Corbell is to. Jeremy Corbell is the guy behind a couple of the UFO dumps from the Navy. Have you guys seen the Navy footage? Yes, okay. If some of you have seen the Navy footage, then you understand. No, it's not Travis Watson, it's Jeremy Corbell. No, I'm playing. Okay, so the thing about Corbell is, to be honest, it's not a personal dig at him. I just don't trust him. I think the narrative is trying to be controlled, and I think he's one of the players in the game that's trying to control the narrative. Now, my friend Ollie over at Alien Attic, he played an interesting clip a few months back when I was on his show. So as some of you may know, I was on his show last Friday, and behind the scenes, I did ask him, I said, can I have this clip? And he sent it over to me. Now, I wanted to share it with you guys because, to me, this shows you how full of crap this guy is. And I mean, no disrespect for this guy. Wow, bloody hell. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind donation. But now I don't mean it as a personal dig, but I do think he's full of crap. And that's right, Corbell. See, that's right. Corbell is a filmmaker, and this is something that I've always pointed out. He's a filmmaker and he's a storyteller, and he's going to tell stories. Now, let me just show you this clip so you guys can understand what I mean by this guy's a storyteller. So let me get it up. And to me, I think, have you guys seen it? Let's make it big screen. Let me see where I am. Okay, here, let me pop my kisser in it. There we go. Here, hello guys. But anyways, I got to try and get this off. Thank you so much for your kind donations, man. I much appreciate it. But here's where I'm at with Corbell. So guys, before I go into it, I want you to look at Corbell's face when he's asked this question. He's asked the question and look at his face. But this is from, I believe it's Howard Hughes Talk Radio. He's an English guy. And I think this guy asked the right question after Corbell made his statement. So here, let's take a look, man. And just watch Corbell's face when Hughes asks him the question.
Well, I mean, that was the point, wasn't it? From Jeremy Corbell last week, and it was the point that I was determined to amplify because I realized that he was telling us here on this show live first that he had seen evidence on video that U.S. military forces had fired on UFOs and UAPs.
Yeah, I have seen the logs. I have seen the videos. We have attempted shoot downs of UAPs on a regular basis. We're talking as recently as last Friday.
Attempted shoot downs as recently, this is important, as last Friday.
Correct. And it happens on a weekly, if not daily basis. So you have to understand, we are protecting ground troops. So in certain areas,
sex bot.
So certain things that come in proximity to those ground troops, it is just mandated.
They're treated as hostile. Do we, because time is limited, do they fire back? Have they ever fired back?
Look at his face.
That's we'll talk about. I'm going to pass on that question at this moment. But no, there's no aggressive.
That means yes, doesn't it?
What?
That means yes, doesn't it?
No. I will say that there's no overt aggressive action that seems to be taken towards us. It seems more of an observational. Right. And also another type of program.
Which screams as we come into the last seconds of this, Jeremy, and thank you for helping me tonight again. it screams all over it that this is not some power on Earth. This is some power that wants to demonstrate it has a technology, is knowing that if it was going to engage us, it would have engaged us by now.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Did you see that? Did you see his face when he asked him, well, do they fire back? This is the thing about asking the right questions. You will get the right response. And did you see his face? He did not know how to answer that because he's making this shit up. I mean, he said this on this guy's show, and we have heard nothing about this. Now, as much as I say, I don't follow these guys. I do not follow them. I do chime in when they're saying something. And this to me made me laugh. It's so funny. Guys, can I play you this again now? And I'm going to play it again. And remember, when Howard Hughes asked him the question, do the UFOs fire back? You can see he did not expect that question. What he thought Howard Hughes would do would be so blown away that he's getting this information that he would be, wow, my mind can't process it. But this guy's such a great interviewer. He knew straight away, boom, do they fire back? And my man was on the back foot. He did not know what to say. So let's watch this again, because to me, this is like the funniest thing. Yeah, let me get it back for us. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Let's see. We here? Yes, we are. All right. Just watch his face, man. He's like a rabbit caught in the headlights.
I mean, that was the point, wasn't it? From Jeremy Corbell last week, and it was the point that I was determined to amplify because I realized that he was telling us here on this show live first that he had seen evidence on video that U.S. military forces had fired on UFOs and UAPs.
Yeah, I have seen the logs. I have seen the videos. We have attempted shoot downs of UAPs on a regular basis. We're talking as recently as last Friday.
Attempted shoot downs as recently, this is important, as last Friday.
Here it goes, guys.
Correct. And it happens on a weekly, if not daily basis. So you have to understand, we are protecting ground troops. So in certain areas of the world. So certain things that come in proximity to those ground troops, it is just
they're treated as hostile. Do we, because time is limited, do they fire back? Have they ever fired back?
Look at his face.
I'm going to pass on that question at this moment. But no, there's no aggressive.
That means yes, doesn't it?
What?
That means yes, doesn't it?
No, I will say that there is no overt aggressive action that seems to be taken towards us.
He's thinking on his foot here, man.
Right.
And also another type of program.
Which screams as we come into the last seconds of this, Jeremy, and thank you for helping me tonight again. It screams all over it that this is not some power on Earth. This is some power that wants to demonstrate it has a technology, is knowing that if it was going to engage us, it would have engaged us by now.
Corbell. Oh, God. I'll tell you what, this guy, he's got to win an award for making us laugh. I mean, he is pretty funny. You know, I've got to include that clip into one of my videos. So when I get just the right video, I'm going to put that in because, you know, guys, this is the thing about this whole thing here. The government says, look, we're showing you the real deal. And then they got this guy as one of the poster boys. And this is how he behaves. And he doesn't think that anybody's really going to catch him out. But there you go. Yes, he got caught with his pants down. What do you guys think, though? What do you think about Corbell and the whole UAP narrative that they're trying to control here, man? God, I feel sorry. You know, he's made a lot of money from this, and I feel that he's going to make a lot more. But things like this, these kind of questions that are asked that he can't answer because he's making it up as he goes along. You can tell afterwards he's like, well, you know, they're here more on an observation basis, so they've got no intention on firing upon us. Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, that one there, that always tickles me. And thank you, Wally from Alien Addicts, for sending that over to me so I could show you guys, because when he showed that on his channel, we just couldn't stop laughing. It's like the funniest thing. And again, that was around the times when they were saying that the alien, I don't know if you guys knew that the government was saying that the aliens were actually a threat, these UAPs. What we call them UFOs over here. We still call them UFOs. But they said that they were a threat. And then this guy's saying all this stuff. And then it's all gone quiet. What happened to the threat from the UFOs? You know? It is, and guys, it is there's many things you can look at. I mean, why? I think he is a grifter myself, but I don't want to disperse on people because they're making us laugh. They're making us laugh, man. We're having giggles, but on a serious note, they are putting people like him as the poster boy of this campaign that they're having, and I really don't know what they're planning to do. People say blue beam, they're going to have the fake UFO. Oh, wow, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your donation, man. Thank you so much. It's much appreciated. Thank you. People are saying that they're going to be planning to have, a blue beam fake UFO invasion. I think that they know, this is my opinion, I think that they know that there's something going on out there. And they're trying to get ahead of it and trying to control it. Because there's too many channels like myself. There's too many people out there like you guys out there that are recording what's going on out there in the skies. And you may be misidentifying things, yes. I may be misidentifying things. But not everything that we are seeing and we are showing are misidentified. And this is the big thing. And they are not spending money like they should do on civilian sightings. All the money is going into military sightings. The only agency that has hinted that they will be taking civilian sightings more seriously is NASA. So there you have it. There you have it. So, guys, the jokes are done. So, shall we go and have a look at another UFO video? Okie dokie. I guess we should. But it's funny. I'll tell you what. Should we end the show with that one as well? Because that was kind of a funny one, man. So, I think we should end the show. Thank you very much again for all your kind donations. So, Oops. I nearly pressed the wrong button. This is what I hate doing, pressing buttons, man. I get it wrong. Okay. So, showed Corbell. Okay, because we have a couple. Okay, here we go. I need to figure out how to set all these up. But anyways, right. Now, I don't know much about this video, but here's what I do know. Right. Here's what I do know. This was caught in Mexico City, Mexico, and this was October the 16th. So, this is 3 days old. Pretty much, and I've sat on it, but I haven't been able to get in touch with the person for permission. But I don't know if I want permission because I'm leaning on two things. But guys, here, let's have a watch of the video, and then we'll have a chat afterwards, huh? Oh, I think I should have took the sound out. Let me take the sound out, man. No, we'll leave it like that. What the hell? Righto. So yeah, I see some of you guys going for the balloon scenario, and I was leaning that way. No, okay. Fake as in what? Fake as in what? Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Somebody said fake. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. But anyways, see, I was leaning to I like that one. I was leaning to balloon as well. But the thing is, the guy said about the wind, and he pulled it up, and he shows you the wind is moving in the opposite direction. So this object now is going against the wind. So it kind of rules out the balloon, wouldn't it? It's just I'm not sure, because I still think it's a balloon. Thank you. Yes. See, I'm looking at it and I think I see it's one. This is one of those videos where I'm not sure. I want to say it's a balloon, yes, and I do know that winds can blow at different directions. So I know this. I just I don't think it's CGI. Now somebody there's another channel. I keep on missing your comment, mate. There it is. I don't think it's CGI, and I'll tell you why. I did think at first, after I said, I don't think it's a balloon, I did think it's CGI. Another channel went and did it, and they came up and they said they don't believe it's CGI neither. They're still stumped because, you know, do you guys want to see it again? Because I know you guys are saying it's a bit hard to judge. Would you guys like to take a better look? That's the thing. It doesn't sway. I'm with you. It doesn't sway. But there's something inside of me still saying that's a balloon. But let's just take another quick look at it, man, because it's not a long video. And I apologize, guys, if I'm making you look at a video. I mean, if I'm making you look at a balloon, I sincerely apologize. But let's take another look. Now, bear in mind, let's keep in mind CGI, let's keep in mind balloons, or let's keep in mind that this could be a UFO drone. So here we go. Shut up. I'm going to try and roll me up a cigarette. See, it does seem to have some sort of... Nah, he explained himself about the camera. But it does seem to be holding its stability. Hello from Wales. How you doing, man? See now, guys, he did. Let's get into the camera bit now. He did explain himself. He said he's been operating a camera since he was a kid. So, because they did comment, they said you should be working for sports events with the way you handled yourself holding that camera. So he said, look, I've been around cameras since I was a kid. So you can see straight lines. Oh, I keep on missing the chats. They fly fast on it. So what would you guys say? What would you guys say? I mean, it's one of those. It's one of those. Hello to you new people just popping in. How you doing, man? Much love, much love. So, I mean, I like that. I do like this video, and it's one of those. I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see what happens. What happens from it. I've been watching it. I mean, a couple of channels have took it out. A couple of channels have picked up on it, but they're not. There's no views as such. So, but who knows with that one? I mean, it could be CGI'd. I've seen some videos like that are CGI'd, but a flying elephant turd. That's just as good as any guess going. All right, let's move along, man, because we're at the 40-minute mark. I don't think my guess is going to turn up. Yes, that one there can be easily fake because you got your clear skies. You can put something in there. So it can be easily faked. It can be easily faked. But my gut, I feel my gut. I don't think it's fake. If it is fake, I'll be, you got me on that one. But my gut tells me it's not fake. But also my gut tells me it's something that a mundane, like a balloon or something, but I don't think it's a balloon. And unfortunately, we got another video that also is one of those. Oh man, here we go. So let's get on to our next video. So here we go. Oh, wow. Guys, we have our surprise guest. So I'm going to bring him in. So guys, here you go.
Yo, Hidden Underbelly 2.0. How you doing?
I didn't think you guys would make it, man. I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Doing good, man. You're looking great. Good to see you on your channel. The reveal of the man behind the channel.
This is just for the live streams, though. I mean, these guys have been so great for me, supporting me. So I want to give them something back. And so this is, how are you guys doing, man?
Oh, we're doing well. We've just been, busy working on a bunch of things. Have you seen that little clip on our movie Slaughter Day, that horror movie we made about 31 years ago, and it's catching legs now?
Yes, I did. That's pretty cool, though, man. I didn't know, like, Ollie was telling me that you guys are also paparazzis out in the island as well.
Oh, well, we retired from that about 15 years ago, but we, back in the day when we first got started in what I'd call it photojournalism, paparazzi is kind of an interesting name for it, but I think what year was that? 2007. No, excuse me, 1997 is when we kind of delved into it. And, there's only about 23 paparazzi in the whole entire United States that was doing it full time. And we're the only ones in Hawaii. So everything we did was basically an exclusive. So every magazine around the world, from, Australia, the UK, France, Voici magazine, German magazines, and all of the magazines here in America, they would just go crazy on our photographs. And it was kind of a good way to delve into how to break news, because we're breaking the news pretty much every week. Some of our photos were being talked about on the Jay Leno, the Tonight Show.
Wow.
And, it was just incredible to meet all the photo editors from all these magazines from around the world to, break these stories, as we did hundreds and hundreds of times. So when we transitioned into breaking news in regards to the UFOs, it was kind of an interesting transition. And that could be a whole different story in itself. We could go on for quite a while with some of the adventures we had with some of the biggest celebrities on the planet. And we weren't intimidated. We put out the shots, and having to deal with the people at the highest level of wealth out there, and still go ahead and exercise our civil liberties, as I could say. It was interesting to exercise our rights as journalists to break these stories, and some of them got pretty big, and it was quite exciting. It kind of gave us a realm into giving us time to do what we want to do, and that was kind of our whole passions: filmmaking, making movies. So we're able to do that and invest into some properties here in Hawaii with some of the success we got there. And big risk we had to take. Sometimes we'd have to deal with some of these bodyguards or private bodyguards that protected these celebrities in a way that was
interesting.
We even had the Secret Service chasing us around for about a week, and that was a little intimidating. But that's about all I could say about that one.
Could I ask you then, who was that? Why the Secret Service was on you?
Oh, well, there's some of these stories that we will keep on the down low at the moment, but it was interesting that they were following us around when we weren't even engaging the client that they were trying to protect, because politicians in that kind of realm are off limits in a way. That the tabloids, magazines weren't interested in that kind of stuff. They were more interested in Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. And at one point, it was interesting. Britney Spears came on to Brent on the beach over there, trying to pick up on him, and that was quite funny. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I think Reba McEntire wanted to take me out, and there's a few of these.
I would have done it. I would have done it. I just said to my missus, "Hey, chill out, man. I'm gonna go see Britney." But did you catch the bit that I showed about Jeremy Corbell? Have you seen that?
Oh, we've seen Jeremy come and go, and he's kind of back in the spotlight. Yeah, I was seeing a little bit of it. I guess some of these questions in regards to him and his statements that we're firing upon them on a daily basis, and if they're retaliating back with any kind of hostility, and he really didn't have much to say about it.
Much to say. It was funny.
Oh my God! Yeah,
he was stuttering, wasn't he?
Man, if they were shooting back, we would have known a long time ago if these UFOs were hostile, in my opinion. If there's any hostility, it's usually probably military involved, because that's what the military is about. They're supposed to break things and blow things up and destroy and kill. So if there's any kind of threat from the UAP, I would imagine there's going to be intelligence of humans behind the motive of some kind of aggression. It's kind of in our nature.
I just think he's full of crap, and I don't think nothing's been fired at and nothing's been fired up on.
We invited him to have a debate with Dr. Greer back in the day, when Greer called out some of these people spreading the narrative of a threat constantly on the major media platforms. And, I got in touch with Corbell, and let me tell you, he was very hostile in regards to the invitation. We asked Lull Elizondo. We all heard his response when he says he doesn't negotiate with terrorists. And that was directly response to Third Phase of Moon, inviting them to have a debate. What are these guys afraid of? Why can't we just talk like normal people, not start yelling at each other, and keep the drama out? Let's just get to the point and see what both sides have to say. We invited Nick Pope that week as well. He was polite in his response, but he declined the invitation. Who else did we reach out to? Daniel Sheehan, the lawyer for Lull Elizondo. He jumped boat on that one as well. too afraid to have a conversation with Greer. But man, that Corbell, his response was just explosive. He was dropping F-bombs, no respect. And, you know, we've had him on our show on Third Phase of Moon many times back in the past, for the past, I don't know, Third Phase of Moon is about 13 years old, but I know approximately 8-9 years ago, we had him on the show promoting his films. We promoted his Bob Lazar film, and for him to have a response like that, it was like it's kind of a slap in the face, especially for what we did for that guy. It was like, wow.
It's insane. Some of the people. Do you have time to watch a UFO video with us?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right. Excuse me. I'm always coughing when I have to smoke a roll up. I'm not doing any 420. I'm saving that for the Halloween show. But anyway,
you got them.
That's what I told the people out there. Would you take any questions if these guys have any questions for you? If you guys got any questions for Third Phase, I didn't even let you say, would you? I'm so blown away that you guys are here that I'm just jumping the gun, ain't I?
You've helped us out in the past, man. You've been helping us out for quite a while, and you're one of the good guys out there on YouTube. You're kind of same style of, you know, just the idea of how we go into it. We're kind of on the same wavelength comparatively to a lot of people in this field, and we're kind of on the front line, and you're one of the soldiers on the front line with us, trying to you know, bring out the phenomenon. You do good work.
That's what, unfortunately, see, I think in this, and I'm glad you mentioned, but have you noticed that there seems to be a lull in sightings, civilian sightings?
Oh, well, I don't know. We just put out, did you see, we've been for the past 3 episodes, a lot of civilian sightings, for permission granted from the people. They keep coming, you know, maybe people.
I just remembered when we could not so much pick and choose, but there was a lot out there. And now there just seems to be not as much. I could go an easy.
Well, our job's getting harder and harder every year, because we're so good at what we do now is we eliminate all, you know, we receive still a mass amount of videos every day, but you know, our discernment and our vetting of the videos, you only get to see about 3 or 4%, because now after all these years, we know what to look for. And back in the day, you know, drones were kind of new on the out there. You know, people are playing games with CGI. There's a lot of, you know, misinformation out there. But being over the years that we look at this, we discern and go, well, you know, that's debunked. Let's not put it in there. So we got to be a lot more selective, I think. You know, we're putting out all kinds of stuff back in the day, early in the Third Phase of Moon's YouTube channel. And, you know, maybe that's why there was so much, you know, content. Just put out anything that comes in. If it looks crazy, put it up. But now we're looking at things in a whole different. We got a big job ahead of us, and we got to keep it, you know,
real. Keep it real, man.
You got to keep it real, and we're humbled by it. But yeah, our job it's an important one. We got a big responsibility, and we try and keep up to those standards.
That's it. Well answered. I got one question. Well, I've got 2 questions. So the first one is, how old are you guys?
Oh, how old are we? Well, guess. You know, what are we going to turn? We're going to turn 52 this December.
Wow, you guys look good on it, man. You guys look good.
Yeah. It's all that Hawaii air, that oxygen, the best, cleanest air on the planet. Maybe that helps.
Okay.
You know, we like to have a good time. We're always, the stress level's low. We're always having fun. We like what we do. So, you know, if you could find something that you're passionate about, and you have good friends around you, and you don't let the drama bring you down, you know, it's kind of interesting that you could, you know, we're grateful, but I guess we got to thank mom and dad for that as well.
Good genes, huh? We have another question. Third Phase, what's your most convincing footage you've ever seen? Mine is probably the UFO, the Turkish UFO. That's coming from David Banner.
Well, I'm not sure that Turkish UFO. Thanks for the question, David. Are you talking about that Turkish? I'm not sure which one he's referencing. I know there's a Turkey UFO video that came out 13 years ago that was unbelievable looking, but unfortunately, you know, there was a lot of manipulation with that video. It wasn't genuine. What's the craziest UFO video? I don't know. It's a tough one. You know, we've got 10,000 plus videos that we put up on Third Phase of Moon over the years, and you know, to go. It's interesting because we go back in the archive and we ask our panel members, go look at some of the videos, and they'll do special reports on it. And we're like, my God, that was a crazy one too. Wow, that's amazing. And a lot of people say we don't have any sources to the videos, or we just put up CGI and everything's CGI. That's crazy that we're around the world. If that's the case, we're creating all these connections. We got 10,000 plus people out there that we conspired with to make these videos.
Well, it's the new go-to CGI, isn't it? It's the new go-to. Also, Starlink is the new go-to. So, you know, you just I think you take it like me. I get things thrown at me, and I'll just take it with a pinch of salt. I'll just say, yeah, all right, whatever.
Hey, you ever, you know, recently we're seeing a new tactic that people are submitting these obvious fake videos to us recently and claiming that they've captured them, trying to do some kind of setup. And I know they've been trying to set us up to put out these fake UFO videos, and we're like, man, we have to call them out on, like, why are you sharing these kind of videos with us? And we share with them that, oh, it was created by this channel called Hollywood Scotty, and he's admitted that, and they're acting like they're capturing it, and we call them out, and then they never respond. It's like, man, these guys are trying to pull some fast ones out there. It's interesting.
And MUFON, there you go. And MUFON has the same problem because they put out I mean, one guy got caught out with a movie. So they put a movie, how do you say, a clip from a movie.
Oh yeah, it's funny. It's like people are trying to debunk us using clips from movies that we've made that are available to the public, and they're saying that, oh, these are fake, but don't they realize that we're filmmakers? And we've made a lot of movies, and they actually take clips from these movies and post it up like we're trying to share something. But yeah, they're just taking clips from our cinema movies that we've made. It's kind of interesting as well. Gray's asking, how do we discern from fake and real? You know, that's something we continue to learn, and we all learn together for sure. But I think over the years, there's telltale signs of genuineness to manipulated videos. And you know, when we're looking at these videos, there's a lot of dynamics that we discern if they're real or not. First, it's the source. Like, who are these people? Are they just random people that are putting up videos, putting up a UFO video because they were in the right place at the right time? That's usually 99.9% of all the UFO videos we get are from people that weren't even looking to get any claim or fame or anything. They're just in the right spot at the right time. And you look at their YouTube channel and everything's about, I don't know, random things, and all of a sudden a UFO video pops in. That shows that there's something random going on, and that's a good indicator of genuineness. There's a lot of people think that people are in there trying to, you know, make a quick buck or want to get their 15 minutes of fame in regards to the phenomenon that they capture. But in my case, and I think you could agree, Hidden Underbelly, these people have no interest or any motivation to try and do anything except they're at the right place.
Just like what you said, just to get their fame or have a giggle at us, saying, "Oh, look, we fooled them." Ha ha ha. You know,
that's about the 0.1% that wants to do that. The rest are usually pretty just normal people, and they got lucky, and they're just curious to find out what they captured and wanting to bring a community in to look at it. And everybody, because people want to feel that they're not alone, especially if they're capturing something and they can't explain, and they could only like ask their friends or their family, look at it, I don't know what it is. It's better to get it out on a big platform and have a broader discussion.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I enjoy working with you guys, because I do all right on my channel, but you have a bigger platform, and plus you have people that look at the videos and give their opinions on what they are. and some of them have educated views on these things. So we get to know what we're looking at, and that's what I want to know. I mean, I love the phenomena, and it's very interesting that we are being watched in these skies by what? That is the question. That's the question. And hopefully one day we'll get an answer. But guys, thanks for your question. Let's just dive in and watch a video.
Yeah, let's see it. Yeah, let's do it.
I'll tell you what, I'll show you one that I got fresh off the press. Okay. I have asked for permission, but they have not got to me yet. They probably have now, but let me see. Where was it? There we go. Now, this one, it's coming from that place in Colombia, Medellin. Medellin. Am I saying it right? Can you guys pronounce it?
Well, let me see the name.
Here, let me get it up. Can you see it? Oops.
Medellin. Yeah, Medellin. That sounds proper.
Yeah, I have a real problem at pronouncing things.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
Well, what guys, I've said this to you all before, that this is a real hot spot. If I at least see a video at least every 2 weeks coming out here. Whether I like it or not, it's a different story. Mm-hmm. But there's something going on out there. So here, I'm just going to remove it. And here, let's have a play of this. Where are we?
Yeah, Medellin. The L's are silent. Medellin.
Okay.
I think so. Okay. Yeah.
Here, let's turn this up. Now, check this out. Now I got to say, hold on. Before I start talking, let's play the video.
That city's very familiar with UFO sightings. I've seen that city before with these. Wow, that just kind of did a 360 there, barrel roll right there.
Yeah. I'm gonna zoom in on it.
Oh wow. It has a little
See, at first I thought it was a kite.
Mm-hmm.
Until it did that at the end.
Yep. There's a lot of, we could say, and I would put, $10,000 down that there's no CGI going on here. That's how confident I am that it's a legitimate video. And those are kind of the skill levels that we have to find, right away when we look at videos to know if it's real. The way the guy reverses back and forth, the parallax with the object and everything would be really hard to
watch this flip, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there it goes. You can kind of see the underbelly on that but now what's up or down?
It's a bit like me. The hidden underbelly was revealed. No,
could it be a kite? Cynthia Cliff says it could be a kite. He's not sure.
No, he said it's too high. He said it's too high for a kite.
I don't know. I remember as kids that we used to get as much string as we possibly could, and that kite would be out of, you couldn't even see it with your naked eye. It got so high up there. So kites could get pretty high, but I didn't see, if it's going to tangle like that, the string would have probably tangled up. We're not seeing any kind of indication of tether. Most likely I'm thinking, the obvious choice, Occam's razor, that it's just some kind of, balloon filled with helium, some mylar balloon. There's a lot of festivals that we've been learning in that area that are pretty grand in their ways of these grand designs of aircraft that are filled with helium, and it's pretty amazing some of the work they're doing. We don't see those kind of shapes in America very often. So, is it something that's just more prevalent in that area due to these people manufacturing these kind of balloons to make it look like flying saucers? I'm not exactly sure. It seems to me that they're not hiding over there, and maybe because they don't really have a military presence to engage them like we have in the United States as well.
Well, I said on one of my live shows that this is where we need boots on grounds in this area here, because there's a lot of sightings, and this is where we could either debunk them or say, yeah, this is something there. But there's my thing about the balloon now, the balloon theory, it's hovering, it's staying still, it's not moving up, it's not going down, it's not going left, it's not going right. That's why first I was thinking, is it a kite? But then when it did that flip.
And I would definitely suggest, if anybody sees anything like that, definitely record it too. It's not like that person who filmed it is trying to pull any wool over anybody's eyes. That person who filmed it is genuinely curious about what's going on. And film later, ask questions. Film immediately, ask questions later. This one guy, who's he? He just said something. Maybe he could help. He says he lives there. Pulse Detonation Videos. He says he lives there. It's a balloon, and he's pretty confident with that statement. Pulse Detonation Videos. You should reach out to do some boots on the ground for us and go get some close-up shots of maybe some of these manufacturers if he's really confident on that. If he lives in that area, that'd be cool.
So, but how would a balloon now be stable like that? Unless it's tethered.
Unless it's tethered or there's not a whisper of wind whatsoever. Sometimes, like, just if there's not a single bit of wind or anything to disturb it, these things could hang pretty stable. But that being said, that's pretty high up in the high up in altitude. You'd figure that there'd be some cross trade winds up there that would make it move from left to right, and the guys that whatever it is, it's just kind of suspended exactly in that same point of space in the sky, and all it's doing is doing these barrel rolls. It's kind of interesting, no doubt about it. Again, it's a UFO. We don't know what it is.
Well, somebody's saying because it flipped, it is a balloon.
You can make
that
shows it's then I guess we could all state that the gimbal was a balloon too, because it had the same characteristics of what we just saw there. So the Navy's filming balloons as well and putting them out as UFOs. So we're just trying to do our best here.
Yeah. Would you guys be interested in analyze that video on your show?
Oh yeah, we'll put it up, no doubt about it. Get the permission, we'll put that up.
Yeah,
I want to get some close-ups on it because it was kind of interesting when we saw the underneath it, and then it had that really neat hue of red. There was a kind of a cool color on it.
Okay, all right.
What else you got? Any others?
Yeah, yes. I did the Mexico City one. Did you see that one? So, because I normally just try and keep my show about an hour long. So I haven't got a UFO. The last video is not a UFO video. It's of this strange creature that they found washed up on the beach.
Oh no. Yeah. We kind of the cryptids. I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes YouTube frowns on that kind of, macabre, death and dead animals, whatever it is. They trip out on it. So it's kind of interesting.
Well, I think I'll get away with it on the live show because I'm not gonna post it up because we know what let's say people will say it is. I know what people will come at me and say. Do you want to have a look? I have got permission. I have got permission to play it from the people that own it, but because I'm so bad at pronouncing names, so guys, all the videos links will be in the description box, except the one that we just showed earlier. Because if you guys want it, and I don't know if I want to show it on my channel. I'm not too sure about it. I like it. I have to think about it, but I will get permission for you guys if the guy's talking to me.
Well, absolutely.
I have wrote to him So I'm just waiting for it. But okay, let's just move on to the next one, which is
Have
I've
you
got
ever
it
thought
written
about
down.
doing? Because I know you do your podcast, but have you gone out and interviewed any eyewitnesses? Do you have any camera equipment to like maybe start doing a little bit more production and getting
No,
down and boots on the ground and start going to places that have had the site? No,
no. I
not,
mean,
not
where I
yet.
live, I don't drive, so that is a bit awkward for me to get anywhere where there's any sightings in the UK,
Mhm.
and there's really isn't just many. Plus the lack of equipment. So it's just I run my channel on a shoestring. I mean,
You
as you
got
can
an
see,
iPhone?
no, I have a phone that's I have a phone that's 7 years old.
Oh,
I
potato!
just
It's a potato camera.
that's it. That's it. So I mean, I don't know how things will go in the future, but I just run my channel on a shoestring. I'm always in mind of my viewers, so I don't do long videos. So and as you know, as we all know, the money is in making over 8 minute long videos because you get to put in mid-roll ads, and that's where you get paid from, isn't it? And unfortunately my videos aren't that long.
Well, there's this community. Well, I think it's YouTube in general, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but YouTube seems to have shadow banned people that, especially people on the front line like ourselves, bringing in reaction from the public. It's very sensitive, and it could be a national security issue just due to the fact that a lot of our people that have submitted over the past 10 13 years have filmed top secret craft up in space or in our atmosphere. I know that we've definitely shared videos that are top secret classified projects, but it just so happened that somebody wasn't in the right place at the right time who's captured it. So it's getting into a national security level, and it's UFOs aren't for kids anymore. It's a whole different ballgame. So we're kind of in that realm of how YouTube is frowning upon politics, religion, and any really sensitive topics that are on the front line. And UFOs kind of got lumped into it, unfortunately. So everybody in the field of ufology, unless you get a green light like Corbell and Lou Elizondo and Nick Pope, and they have the key because they're part of the narrative, they're going to get the exposure. But right now, when you search UFO on YouTube, you're not finding any of the new stuff. All you're getting is all the major media, ABC News, CNN, Fox, and you're getting all this stuff that's years old too, nothing new. So I remember back in the day when we were searching for the phenomenon from people who shot it, it was, you just punched in UFO and things would come up. Oh, this was shot just an hour ago or within the past 24 hours. But now it's almost impossible to find that stuff unless you do certain techniques to try and find the latest. You have to go to 3 or 4 steps to find out what's new out there versus just one step, UFO, and hit the search. Now you really got to do a lot more work just to find out what's relevant now, because there's a suppression of the information out for sensitive reasons. I think has to do with national security.
Yeah, I agree. There are some things, but I just don't know what to say on it because it's a weird thing. It's a weird subject. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna just keep going. So you guys want to see this strange creature? So this
back
was called.
Back in the day, you're getting like hundreds of thousands of views on every video. Like we were getting, average 150, 350,000, views per video. And then there was a event that happened, and overnight everything changed, and it dropped like 70 to 80%. And I don't know, that was very unfortunate.
It is. And then, well, what they did with me is they demonetized me. So I was running some of my big videos that I'd done when I was demonetized.
Well, so they demonetized our whole entire channel as well at one point. And once they reinstated it, I think, in a record-breaking time. Usually it takes about a month or two to dispute it. If you're wrong, you don't get your monetization back. But if you're, proper in your counterclaim, you'll get it. Well, we got it back in 3 days, but ever since it was reinstated with monetization, the subscription button broke, and it never worked ever again, because we're getting like 500 to 700 subscribers a day. After they remonetized our channel, the subscription button, we're only getting like maybe 10 to 15 a day. That's how drastically it dropped when they messed with the channel and they broke something, or they purposely disabled something. But ever since that event, Third Phase of Moon's never been quite what it was, just due to the fact that YouTube demonetized it and reinstated it. Something in the gear system fell apart.
It did. But you know what? We're here for the guys out there. So that's what I always said. I mean, my missus was on my case saying, "You're doing this for nothing." I said, "But it's something I love doing." And
yeah,
and I think that if it happens again, I still would carry on doing it. Well, there's I don't know if you guys probably saw it, where they said that even if you get demonetized, they're still going to run ads on your videos, and that annoys me, because I can't make no money, but they can.
I know. Well, they've been doing that for years as well, because a lot of YouTube uploaders are basically just thieves, and they steal steal copyrighted content, and then they will actually make money on it, even though it's stolen. And then whether it gets taken down or not, YouTube already made its 55%, no matter whether it's criminal or not. And that's interesting as well. There's a lot of double dipping by YouTube. And if they're gonna, I don't know, taking people's content and uploading it and start making money on it with advertising and not paying the content creator, I don't think YouTube will sustain if they go down that path. There's a
lot of nefarious. Sorry, Jesus Christ. There's a lot of nefarious things they do, YouTube. I don't understand the taxing as well, because in England, I don't make enough money to be taxed, but yet I am taxed.
They're kind of on the front line too, right? YouTube was a new thing, still continues to progress, and there's when you're on the front line, when you kind of just go, and it's a wild west. And I think YouTube took that, and now they're being more regulated, and it's a little tough. So they're tippy-toeing around on how to do it, even though they knew exactly that they were getting away with things that were pretty unethical.
Yeah. All right, well, guys, because I've gone past the hour mark.
What? So that's guys, it?
No, I'm not stopping. We got this this weird creature washed up on the beach video. So we'll have a watch of this, guys. This was seen in Florence, Oregon on October the 12th. Oops. I'm all new to this. Here we go. Right, weird creature. There we go. Okay, now this is the lovely. I had to include them in it because she sent me over the picture, and she said, "This is the boyfriend." Now their names I can't even pronounce it, but the links to this will be in the video, and I will also put the story in there. But this is her boyfriend, and he went on the beach, and he was the first one to stumble upon this creature. And he called his girlfriend, and she came over with her camera to film it. And guys, this is what she caught. So the picture's gonna, there we go. The picture's just gonna ride, because they are a nice couple. Don't they look cute?
They look happy.
Yeah.
Hey, you might want to get rid of the cryptonic chat, just because it's kind of irrelevant at the moment.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, just so there you go.
There we go.
Oh. I bet you that smells so good.
I would say something, but
I
the
got to get
Chinese
some
will be upset.
potato chips and start dipping into that.
Chinese would be cutting that up like sushi, man. All right, I played it again.
Well, yeah.
On,
that's really cool. That's definitely biologists should be interested to study that. It's pretty rare. It's definitely something that's organic. Is it a decomposed whale or a squid possibly?
I'm glad you said that, because that's what they always lean to. They will always they lean towards that. They don't say it's a full whale.
Yep.
But what they will say is that is a part of a whale.
Well, I did a lot of whale watching over here in Hawaii. I was actually hired aboard a boat that went out to get really up close to the humpback whales, and we got up close and personal with them for years. So we're aware of them. We've had a couple beached whales on our island that we went and took a close look at. It looked very similar to that, because once that blubber starts to rot and decompose under the sun, it starts to turn into a big globulus, and there's really no structure to discern what kind of animal it was. It just turns into a big pile of meat. And also the decomposition of meat in the ocean with the salt water and the sharks, and everything's just eating it up. It starts to make an appearance, kind of like that big spongy thing that popped up.
So you have seen similar things to that
correct.
You could identify as well. See, that's why I show them and I say, look, this is what they're saying it is.
But I'm not saying it's a whale either. I gotta say, there's a lot of unknown creatures that have still yet to be discovered in the abysses of our oceans, and we continue to make new discoveries all the time. And we know the orca toothus or the giant squid may still exist. Just by we could tell that these animals exist, even though we've never seen them, by even studying these whales, where they could see the suction cups. The suctions underneath an octopus. Yeah. And the diameter of these things, they estimate it to be, over 100 to 150 feet in length. Even though we've never seen it before, we could tell by some of the battles, some of the, the fights that these whales get in fights with these leviathans, or they're eating them. They could see their bite marks, and they could guesstimate and come up with some amount of accuracy of what kind of animal was engaging the whale and its size.
And sometimes they just find these huge teeth as well, because I believe the megalodon's still knocking around.
Hey, don't say that, man. That scares the heck out of me. We've been surfers all our life. We started when we were 3 years old, and those sharks, even though we like to surf, it's still terrifying every single second you're out in the water worried about the sharks. Now you're making me have to worry about megalodons.
I don't think you go that far out for them, though.
No, we've been in open water 7 miles out into the ocean.
Wow.
Yeah. And when you look down in the abyss of that, it was one of the most scariest moments of my life. It was just like, holy shit, this is nuts. Anything could come and get you. You're part of the food chain out there.
So I gotta ask you now, because have you ever witnessed yourself any UFOs?
Oh yeah, we sure have, multiple times. I'd say a good 5, maybe 6 really good ones in our time. Probably over a dozen that are kind of mundane but still unexplainable. But we've had some really, really close up encounters, and one of them was with the TR-3B. And one night we get a call, and it was on our birthday, and these guys said, hey, look, because we live in a small town, they know we're filmmakers, we got equipment. They're like, hey guys, can you bring your cameras with you to our place? We live on a potato farm. It's a sweet potato farm, and they have no neighbors for miles around. And they said there's strange things happening over our farming area at night. Bring the cameras. We're like, well, shit, that sounds kind of cool. What else are we doing? It was on our birthday. So we just kind of decided to go and check it out. We ended up meeting, it was Eric and Janelle Beach. There was a classmate of ours that was there that night. He actually brought a gun.
and a pistol, and we're like, why are you bringing a gun? He says, because he says he doesn't want to get freaking abducted. We're like, well, bro, okay, whatever. Just we kind of get uncomfortable around guns because, you know, those are kind of weird things, especially with weird people holding it. But that being said, you know, we're there for a couple hours. It hit about maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and all of a sudden Eric Beach just started saying, look, it's there. And then we all looked up at it, and then for 4 minutes we were screaming like little kids and just going nuts. And this triangular craft descended down upon us pretty much where you could throw a rock at it, and you would have to like rotate your neck 180 degrees to see from one tip to the other. And we're estimating that it was football sized. It had these football field sized, and it was escorted by these weird lights that were on either side of the triangular craft, just dancing around it and illuminating the craft itself. And it was just unbelievable. Then at one point, the guy that was next to us, Jesse Kunishigi, he had his hand on the gun while his camera was filming up, and he was just about to engage on it, but he didn't. Thank goodness. We don't know if it's military. We just know it didn't make any sound. It was massive. We saw it descend towards Waipio Valley, just over probably 100 feet off the ground, and we saw the back end of it, and it looked pretty much like the movie Close Encounters. It's just a beautiful thing. Some people say, like, if you get in close proximity to a UFO, you're going to get, you know, there's like this threat, thinking that there's permanent brain damage or radiation. None of that. It was just one of the most unbelievable experiences of our life, and it was like the best birthday present ever. And you know, we tried to film it. It didn't work out very well. Back in 2010, I think, is when we shot it, and the equipment shooting at night wasn't suffice to what it was now. I wish we had our psionics camera, and we would have got something pretty special. But you know, we live on the coast over here, the Hamakua coast of the Big Island, and there's a lot of military activity that happens along the coastline due to the fact that there are 200 to 300 foot cliffs that wrap around the whole coast for 60 miles or so. So it's very inaccessible. There's a lot of areas where human eyes can't really see the coastline, and these exercises are done very low to the ground. And we've seen a lot of crazy stuff. Military escorting craft we can't explain. And it's just, if they're going to experiment, right here on the Hamakua coast is one of the best places to do it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I remember one day there's like two pairs of Blackhawks, and I'm like, Blake, look at that. And then right in front of the two Blackhawks, we saw this like dark object, pretty much size of two Blackhawks with no FAA lights, just this kind of this blackness without any shape or wings or anything. I'm like, look at that thing. It's just cruising, and these Blackhawks are escorting this UFO, and her parents live about 10 miles down the coast. So we called them up and we say, hey, they're coming your way. We got these Blackhawks that's heading your way. See if you could see what we just saw. And they go out there, and about 10 minutes later, these Blackhawks appear in front of their place, and they see the same thing.
They're escorting some kind of massive craft that's with no FAA lights. It's dark. It almost seemed like there's no edges on it. It's just really bizarre. And then we know that usually they do a circle about where they come back our way. And we said, well, if you see the Blackhawks coming back our way, let us know. And they called us up about 15 minutes later, and they said they're coming back. And we had our cameras ready, and we're ready to paparazzi this UFO like nobody's business. But unfortunately, the two Blackhawks, they did come back, but they weren't escorting anything anymore, and whatever it wasn't with it.
So do you know about the bases that are there? Do you think they have the capability of having some reverse engineered, or is it their stuff, that their technology that we just don't know that they have?
Well, I think it could be a little bit of both, but when you're seeing military escorting something, I would think that they're in that's unknown. It looks alien in nature. You figure there's a collaboration going on there. So they might be working with each other. Or again, as we've been stating for years now, that a lot of these UFOs in our opinion, are top secret black budget aerospace programs that have cracked the code in some kind of propulsion that isn't privy to the public yet. We believe that rocket propulsion and has been around for over 100 years. I got a feeling that there's something beyond that, but at this point, they're not ready to roll it out. It kind of destroy the fossil fuel industry overnight.
And also their how do you say, their edge? Because once it's rolled out to the public, China's going to have the tech, Russia will have the tech, even India, because they're starting to be a big player in the tech game as well. They're trying to fire rockets as well. So,
yeah,
it keeps the edge if you don't know. But it's a shame in one sense, because then it would answer a lot of questions to what we are seeing. I mean, I do see stuff, but I'm one of these guys. When I go outside, I go and have a smoke, and I'm always looking up. I just love the way the stars are and everything. So I look up, and on the odd occasion, I do see something that I'm like, what the hell's that? So I don't know. I haven't a clue what I'm looking at, because I saw one thing, and it was in a V shape, and it had 5 lights on it, 1 in the front and 2 on each side. Yeah. And to me, it was aware, because I felt the moment it knew that I was watching it, it turned off its lights. It just ghosted. And
we've heard that before, definitely. That it seems like somebody puts on the camera, and then they definitely say that they feel that this thing just noticed them, and then this UFO starts behaving differently as soon as it caught that person's interest.
That's what I felt. That's exactly what I felt. As soon as it realized that I was, and this thing was way up there. It was probably up there as high as what satellites would be, the low orbiting satellites. It would have been way up that high. And that one blew my mind. And the next thing I thought was, oh man, where was my phone? Then I thought, well, if I tried to film it, it would just be nothing, because my phone's that crap.
Yeah. When that TR-3B just like descended down right up on top of us and just hovered there, it was just, it narrowed us down. It wasn't there just because we're in the right place at the right time. For some reason, they knew we're there. We're out in the middle of nowhere, no neighbors for miles, and it just so happened to come right down on top of us. Obviously, they had some kind of sensor, even though it was night, that they knew exactly. I don't know why they did it, whatever it was. We didn't have any missing time, but it wanted to reveal itself. And there was some kind of intention behind it. I don't know what the intention was, but it was interested in us for sure. My brother and I and 3 other people. So, these 5 people standing out there in the middle of a potato farm, and this thing comes right down upon us. And these guys were having these experiences for days prior. Interesting stuff. Just like, and every time we drive by that place, because our parents live in close proximity to this farm, about another 5 miles down the road, we still look at over that area and just go back and memory recall that experience, because it was magic.
Yeah. I know how that feels. And also, these things, they have the ability of messing with our tech as well. I've had an experience where it shut down my phone. Now, just remember, my phone's a piece of crap. But I had a friend with me, and it shut down his phone. And he even turned to me and said, "This has never happened to me before. We couldn't film it." So that was pretty bizarre. Because it was bizarre in the sense that, like how you said, there was 3 of us that seen this thing, and we couldn't film it because our phones wouldn't work.
Wow. Well, I'm glad they do work for other people, because we get a lot of them, and people film the phenomenon. So it doesn't work. They're not disabling every camera out there. That's for sure.
I know. Well, thank you guys for turning up. Does does anybody have any more questions for third phase or myself? Because I'm going to wrap up the show, but I'm going to wrap it up with Corbell. I got to end it with him. It was just so funny.
Oh yeah, he's a comedian, all right.
He's
He's got great facial expressions.
You got it. That's what makes me laugh. Is the expression he's got when Howard Hughes asks him, "Did they fire back?" And it's like, you ain't supposed to ask me that question. It's like on a David Lee Roth song.
It's interesting. We just got back from Washington D.C. our across the country trip in regards to our new documentary that we just handed off to 1091 Pictures to ingest into Amazon and iTunes. It's going to be coming out early next year. It's called UFO Endgame to Disclosure. And, we delve real deeply into, the technologies, the cover up, and, some of this Jeremy Corbell stuff and a few other surprises. But people, we did Countdown to Disclosure and Above Top Secret over the past couple of years. This is kind of our trilogy to that. And people over there that have seen some sneak peeks say this is by far the best one we've done yet. And that's pretty exciting because the response on the last two documentaries, they were the biggest documentaries on Amazon Prime 2 years in a row. So it's going to be quite an interesting ride early in 2023 with UFO Endgame to Disclosure that's about to roll out. And we're excited about what we did and going across the country and interviewing these people. And
is that where you got some of your clips for your music video? Or were those stock footage?
What music? What clips?
You got some clips from, like, it looks like Washington.
Oh yeah,
in your latest music video.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, shooting it on location. We got some great shots of the Capitol, and some are stock, some are ours. You can't really tell because our cameras keep up with the stock footage, but definitely there's a lot of Washington DC stuff that we got.
So what's your new documentary called again?
UFO Endgame to Disclosure.
UFO Endgame. Yeah. So guys, be on the lookout for that. Yeah, the end game.
Yeah, it is the end game. It's now or never. As they say, shit's hitting the fan. So
yeah. So guys, we're gonna let's play the Corbell, and thank you guys. Thank you, Third Phase, for popping up, man. I didn't expect it. I was hoping you did come on. I did tell the guys out in the chat and out there listening that I did tell them, we may have a guest on. I'm not going to say nothing because if you guys couldn't make it because you're busy, I didn't want to, when you say, look, I'm going to have somebody on, they're going to be this people, and they don't turn up, it looks bad. So I understand that you're busy.
Well, I'm glad we made it, and it was fun.
I'm glad you did.
We'll come on another time, that's for sure. Brent?
Yeah, appreciate everything that you've done, reaching out to us and getting that permission from the people. And it's a good collaboration we have with you. Just want to say thank you.
And thank you guys, because these people out here, whether they're misidentifying it or they've got the real deal, their footage needs to be seen. And you guys have the bigger platform, and I'm grateful that you guys are taking up some of the stuff that I'm showing you.
Absolutely. We need more people like you in the field. There's a lot of drama out there, a lot of hate being spread out, a lot of disinformation and half truths. People not even following up and asking the source and making their own hit pieces. And that's unfortunate. I think people are kind of getting tired of that kind of stuff. And, they just want to see what's new. And that's what we've been doing. That's what you do. We bring in the new information and put it out as fast as possible, and then we also discuss what we think it could be or possibly not be, and that's a healthy discussion. And I think it's good as well for our viewers that if we do get it wrong, and the occasions that we do, because we're not going to get it right all the time, that we come out and say, look, we got this wrong, this is what it is. I mean, I hate doing them videos, but I gotta do them videos because I can't sit there and let people think,
You know, like the alien mothership. You remember that one from the ISS?
Well, there's a few of them.
Yeah, I made them, but like the alien mothership, I was so disappointed what it was, and to
Yeah.
know that I got fooled by a piece of the ISS ship itself. But
Our job is a thankless job because it's hard to prove anything 100% either way, and to prove that, hey, this is extraterrestrial in nature and we're not alone, well, then we'll win the Nobel Peace Prize. So our job is one of the hardest jobs, instead of a debunker that gets it not even right, not even half the time.
And the thing is about debunkers, I mean, like what you said, half the time it's their own point of view
with no proof of any debunking. They just said they debunked it, and that's not helping the cause.
There's a certain debunker that I do like, and I do say that I do like him, and I'm not going to say his name because I don't think you guys like him because he's always on your case, but I like him. But there's words that he uses, and this is what I always say: read between the lines with him, because he says, "In my opinion," or "I feel," or "I think," or "I believe." But when he's 100% right, he's on the money. He's on the money. So he taught me a lot because I was doing a lot of misidentification, and he never came at me in a bad way. He always, there's other people that came at me in a bad way that I don't even bother to talk to, but I will always talk to him because he came at me in a good way to try and educate me, and I could see that. So that's that. But anyways,
everybody's got to watch their language in this field. I think we've learned the language, a proper language on how we present the evidence. And, back in the day, some of this stuff convinced us, just like it convinced you, that it could be the alien mothership. And we're like, that's an alien mothership. We don't say that because the language has to be proper. And it's a new language we all learn in real time, just, as we present it, because we're dealing with the unknown here.
It was great back in the days, though, because I can say for myself, you see, I started out with Mavi and UFO Institute, and we were just having fun. And then all of a sudden, things just went serious. And Mavi still tries to have fun, but I think the bubbles burst with him. And I would like to see him come back again because he's my friend. He's my friend. We've been friends for as long as I've had this channel, 6 years. He's my friend. The problem is that I would have him on the show. I would have him always on the show, but he's not very good at English. English is not his first language. So, but it's fun for me because I do try and interject some humor in it, but it's gone all serious and there's a lot of hate going on. Like you guys said, the drama, and I try and stay away from it.
Yeah, that's kind of why we kind of chill out at the end of some of our videos when we play our music.
Yeah,
and our music, and just kind of like everybody chill out. We're still having fun here, and that's the whole point. We want to have fun at what you do, and that's where we all need to be. Yep,
that's it.
It's serious, but then you could have fun at the same time, and
that's it.
And then the cordialness between people that are interested in the topic, like ourselves, and how we've been dealing with each other for years. It's just that's the fun part too. The people that are involved that are cordial and have a good healthy discussion and not yell at each other or
that's
call each other names.
That is 100% true. So guys, we're gonna show the Jeremy Corbell video, man, because I'm telling you, I love this. And third phase, you guys can have a good giggle at our friend Corbell again. I mean, I don't like calling him out, but the guy's full of it. So here we're going to start it.
That was the point, wasn't it? From Jeremy Corbell last week, and it was the point that I was determined to amplify because I realized that he was telling us here on this show live first that he had seen evidence on video that U.S. military forces had fired on UFOs and UAPs.
Yeah, I have seen the logs. I have seen the videos. We have attempted shoot downs of UAPs on a regular basis. We're talking as recently as last Friday.
Attempted shoot downs as recently, this is important, as last Friday.
Correct. And it happens on a weekly, if not daily basis. So you have to understand, we are protecting ground troops. So in certain areas of the world. So certain things that come in proximity to those ground troops, it is just
They're treated as hostile. Do we, because time is limited, do they fire
Here it
back?
is.
Have they ever fired back?
Here it is.
That's we're talking. I'm going to pass on that question at this moment, but no aggressive.
Yeah, we cover this in our new documentary, UFO to Endgame, specifically to
I will say that there's no overt aggressive.
Sorry.
I was just saying that, we cover that in UFO Endgame to Disclosure, specifically to that statement of Corbell. And, obviously the military has drones out there, top secret, black budget devices that seem to be UFOs because we don't know exactly, the civilians don't know what they are. So I'm sure there's activity over the Ukraine in regards to strange drones out there that people have not yet seen, but they're seeing it for the first time on the battleground. And obviously you're going to be shooting at things in a war scene, but is it something in ET in nature? I don't think so.
But I don't even think he's talking about that. I think he's still trying to push the U.S. Navy agenda, or the military agenda. I don't think he's on about Ukraine. In my opinion,
he says he's seen the evidence. Why not just present the evidence as well? Why not on the stories? Present the evidence.
And instead of taking a screen recording off a screen, put it up. Because I did a live show and I showed them how to do it with the Iranian tanker, with the Iranian warship, and the U.S. military put it out, and they just redacted everything, but you could see the clear image of what was going on. And I even said, this is how you do it. This is how you disclose things. But he is what he is, man. He is what he is, and he's gave us a good laugh today, and that's what we need. That's what we need. So, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the show. Thanks to Third Phase for coming on. Would you guys stick around just maybe 5 minutes? And guys, thanks for coming in. I'm gonna end the show abruptly because what has happened is, and I'm gonna tell you what some sneaky, low down MF has done to me. I was given some music. Now, this is my music. The artist made it just for me, and that's the music that I use for my end shows, if you remember that. Well, now what's happened is some sly MF has took that music, made a song, and copyrighted me. Can you believe it? Can you believe that, guys?
It's music mafia is what's going on.
No, he's actually made a song. I went and when I got the strike, not the strike, but the copyright notification. I was like, what the hell? Because this is my music. So at least they gave me who it was and the song. So I went and looked it up, and it is my music. So I got in touch with the guy who gave me the music. He's absolutely pissed off by it because he told me, he said, look, I made that song. It's gone nowhere. He said, the only how they could have got that tune is from one of your live shows. And I even said, well, the cheek of it, because if they took the song, I wouldn't have known nothing about it. But it's the fact that they copyrighted me for my own song. So until that gets sorted out, I'm going to find some copyright-free music so I could end the show. But because I think next week is the 30th, well, on the 30th, so I'm going to be doing the Halloween show. That's going to start around 11 o'clock. We're going to have Adventures to Nowhere come up. We're going to be looking at Ghost, and we're going to be looking at some ghost footage. We got a couple of videos from Deadbug, my friend Deadbug. If you guys don't know who he is, please check him out. And this guy here, he's got a documentary coming out. So guys, if you can sub to his channel, he's got a documentary coming out. If you guys know about the ghost of of camel mane. It's really, really interesting stuff this guy was putting out. Well, this guy's done a documentary on it, and it should be coming out soon. So if you can find him, please subscribe to him for the documentary. The trailer looks amazing. But anyways, now we're going off track. So thank you very much. And that's what's going on. So remember, on Friday, I'm going to be over at Miss Bunny Penny's channel. We're going to be reviewing some horror movies for Halloween. And then my Halloween show is on the 30th. So, guys, come and check it out. I will advise you to bring some 420 because I will have some 420. So it's going to be pretty cool. And as you guys know, I do a 420 stream. So it's not the first time I've done my Cheech and Chong routine. So, guys, much love. And thank you. And I'm sorry, I'll get some music sorted out. And hopefully we can sort this out with these thieves. But yeah, it's how it goes, huh? So, guys, I always say, look after yourself, look after each other. And until next time, stay blessed and keep safe. Peace, guys, and love.